Hi, my name is Tara Baker. Some of you may or may not have heard of Joseph Pujol, better known as Le Pétomane. He was a famous French flatulist known for his remarkable ability to control his abdominal muscles, which enabled him to fart at will. He could inhale air through his rectum and control the release of this air using his sphincter muscles. While Le Pétomane had great control over his flatulence, many of us do not. And while he could draw in crowds of hundreds and thousands, many of us would scatter the crowds within seconds. By now, you already know that I'm here to talk to you about flatulence. Today, we are going to discover what flatulence is, what are some causes of it, and how we can reduce its excessiveness. According to Wikipedia, the online free encyclopedia, flatulence is the expulsion of gases which are byproducts of the digestive process in mammals and many other animals. Flatulence is also called flatus, farting, passing gas, sitting on a frog, passing the cheese, whatever you want to call it. Flatulence is a normal bodily function. It cannot be completely prevented. However, we are going to talk about some ways to reduce it. Flatulence is composed of several different gases, including nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, methane, and some sulfur-bearing gases. Hydrogen and methane gases are highly flammable, and this usually leaves a lot of people with the question, are farts flammable? Yes, they are. Farts are flammable. They usually burn yellow, orange, or blue hues depending on the mixture of gases. However, do not attempt that at home because the flame could back up into your colon and catch your clothes and your surroundings on fire. Flatus is brought to the rectum by peristalsis, which is the same process that brings feces from the large intestines. These wave-like muscle contractions and occasionally the closed buttocks are what cause the noises that are generally associated with flatulence. According to an article called Gas in the Digestive Tract from National Digestive Diseases Information Clearinghouse, states that people generally fart 14 times a day. Now, there are several factors that contribute to our excessive flatulence, one of which is intestinal bacteria. When food isn't completely digested by the stomach, it moves along the digestive tract until it reaches the large intestine. And this is where the good bacteria jump in and help to further break down this food. And this sometimes produces sulfurous gases, thus producing flatulence. Other factors contributing to our flatulence are aphasia, which is the swallowing of air, and some other foods. Foods that contribute to flatulence can be things such as onions, cabbage, broccoli, carrots, and the famous beans. Beans, a wonderful fruit. The more you eat, the more you poot. Foods containing a lot of carbohydrates contribute to flatulence. The reason is our bodies have a hard time breaking down carbohydrates. So again, the intestinal bacteria have to jump in and help to further break this down. Many dairy products also cause flatulence. The main reason that dairy products cause a lot of flatulence is usually because of a disease called lactose intolerance. And this is where your body is unable to digest the sugar lactose. And as with any food intolerance, it will cause many irritating symptoms, one which is flatulence. There are other serious diseases other than food intolerance that cause flatulence also, such as gallbladder disease, gallstones, diverticulosis, diverticulitis, colon cancer, and a very common disease, irritable bowel syndrome. This can cause some very stinky flatulence. according to wrongdiagnosis.com. There are many things that cause excessive flatulence, but there are several ways to reduce it. One being changing your diet. That means not eating a lot of those foods such as beans, cabbage, carrots, and all that. I mean, they're okay in moderation, but you shouldn't eat them excessively. Also, you shouldn't jump into a high-fiber diet all of a sudden. You should give your body time to adjust to the amounts of fiber. Aphasia. You should reduce swallowing air. And these are some ways you can do this. You can eat more slowly, drink from cups and glasses instead of bottles and cans, and you should definitely avoid drinking through a straw. You should sip your drink and not gulp it, because this puts a lot of air into your body that's not needed, and it's all got to go somewhere. You should eliminate smoking and chewing gum, because these are all habits that attribute to having a lot of air in your body that cause a lot of flatulence. You could take digestive enzymes such as Puristat, because these aid in the digestion of carbohydrates, thus reducing flatulence. Also, you can take over-the-counter antacids or anti-gases. An anti-gas is something such as Zantac, and an anti-gas, something such as Gas-X. Personally, I have to take Gas-X extra strength. It helps with abdominal discomfort, and it makes my family and friends a whole lot happier. Flatulence is sometimes funny, smelly, irritating, and sometimes downright disgusting. However, as long as we are around eating and digesting, this process will always be around. There is no sure way to completely prevent flatulence, unfortunately. However, we have discussed some ways that you can reduce all that gas in your stomach. I always say no one knows your own body the way you do. So if you ever think that your flatulence is more than just a little gas, you should probably consult your physician.